Disney.
Did you answer your own
Talking
question,
about
though?
Soldier Boy, how did you feel about Ice and
I
Wakanda?
would.
What you?
Who is Soldier Boy? And what in the heck is that dance?
Who, Soldier Boy?
Watch out, Chelsea going for the switch. I just wanna fall for a miss. Keep your eyes straight on me for the blessing. Treasure up in the heavens, we snatch it. Look at the change upon my nation. Yeah, look at the change upon my nation. Look at the change upon my nation. Yeah, look at the change upon my nation. All that power in the keys, yeah, but really wanna use that.
What is up, everybody? This is Those Indie Geeks. My name is Q,
Oh man, I'm just raised.
And it's your boy Prodigal.
and
sad.
I have a question for you guys. All right, do you guys plan on going to any of the SeaWorld 90s, 2000s revival like concerts? Do you guys have any want to go to, like, you know how Genuine and Yin Yang Twins and like I don't know if Lil Jon's doing it, but all these acts are going and playing SeaWorld. Do you have any desire to do that?
Yes.
I have not heard of that. Wait, so clue me in. What's going on?
So SeaWorld has this concert event that they're doing, and they're bringing like all late 90s, early 2000s like legacy acts like Yin Yang Twins,
All of them.
Genuine, Fat
Genuine.
Joe, The Lox.
Bobby Valentine,
Wait, I gotta look this up.
Bobby Valentino.
whatever. I don't care.
Is it like
I
a
didn't
bunch of
listen to
concerts?
him.
Oh, it's a concert series.
I didn't
June
listen. It's
21st till
like a
August 23rd.
series. Yeah, it's like a series, man.
Yeah,
Huh.
I don't have a way to get to SeaWorld at this point, and I was just down there like last year.
Oh,
But yes,
Soldier
I would
Boy and
love
Bow
to
Wow,
Soulja Boy
Waka
toured up.
Flocka,
With
Trina,
Bow Wow.
Genuine.
I saw.
Oh, but
what
it's
did
like
he
the
do to them?
lineup is not like it's not like a bunch. Like, I mean, it's a good amount of artists, but at the same time,
Yeah,
I
but
was
it's like
thinking like
different days.
yeah.
No, it's not a festival. It's just
Yeah.
like, I'm like, would you ever go to anything like that? Because that's like the era of music that technically we grew up in. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure,
I want to see
I mean-
Genuine live. That was my guy growing up as a child.
Genuine.
Yes. That was a big Genuine.
You
fan. Yes.
As
you
a
would go
child?
see Genuine.
Yes. 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 No.
You were
shame.
listening. You were listening to Pony.
Yes. I had no idea what he was talking about. But yes, I was.
I would have gone just for Soldier Boy because Soldier Boy is more of my youth. Like that's my
Yeah,
elementary
I'm
school.
cool on Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
Soldier Boy's my elementary school days.
Soulja Boy, because we're so much older than you. Like, Soulja Boy came out, I think, when I was entering high school.
Yeah,
Like,
no, Soldier Boy
It
was,
was like, woo.
I was in middle
elementary
school,
for
yeah.
me. Elementary for me, I believe. Yeah,
That's crazy.
Elementary is
Yeah,
crazy.
I was like
Prodigal is
fourth
a
grade.
baby.
I think fifth grade. I think yeah.
Jeez.
Prodigal was
So
sipping
you,
Similac.
well, we all were. I'm not gonna hold you. We all
That's
were.
crazy.
Similac sipping Prodigal.
Similac sipping is crazy.
That's crazy. So the wildlife aspect and like the R&B and hip hop aspect bring me to Eyes on Wakanda. I'm getting so much worse at these.
Yo, sorry to interrupt this video, but I wanted to let you guys know, for those of you who don't realize it, some of you may not be subscribed. So if you're enjoying the content on this channel, if you're enjoying this video that you're currently watching, definitely hit that subscribe button and like and share it if you got time. It's all free. Definitely subscribe to the channel. It'll help everybody involved, because the way YouTube's algorithm works, you may not be subscribed even though they're suggesting my content to you. So definitely tap in, hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the content here. We're trying to build community, people. So tap in with your boy. And now, back to the video.
Yeah,
That's the
I
segue.
completely
angles
missed
you
that
could've took.
connection. I was just like, what are you
There
trying to
was
connect
so
that to?
many angles you could have took.
I know, that was
all right.
like
There
six
were
hoops
no
that we
more
ran.
angles. There were no more angles that I was willing to take,
You never said it a minute ago.
other than Africa
I would have been like
and Disney.
Did you answer your own
talking
question,
about
though?
Soldier Boy. How did you feel about Ice and
I
Wakanda?
would go. That's what it is.
The fact that he said that so calm without laughing through it is kudos to you, brother.
Clip it. Clip it. That. Clip that.
I think,
Facts.
yeah.
How do you?
It's up.
Just really gotta take a break. Gotta take a break.
It's up, bro.
Oh, I'm
I
crying.
would love to at SeaWorld in Wakanda. I would totally love to.
Oh, Jesus.
I would love
Man.
to see.
That's like one of the things that oh man, Okoye said, the end of Black Panther. Like she was like, oh, not Black Panther, I'm sorry, Infinity War. Right when they're about to face the forces of Thanos, like she's like, this is not what I had imagined when we said like we'll open up the borders. We're thinking about Starbucks or something. I'm like, now it's like SeaWorld. Let's go. Like, that's gonna be there too.
I don't think Wakanda would allow a SeaWorld at this point. Not after Wakanda forever.
Bruh. I was about to say, that's like a horrible segue.
Where the
if we
sound
think about
effects?
it.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Namor would not be happy.
At all.
Oh, Namor would be happy.
He'd be all like, "Where's Miss Fantastic?"
That boy pulled up and said, "Collect your dead."
Dang.
That's crazy.
He's like, "You want to get that?"
That reminded me of like
Wanna go run that
Voldemort when Voldemort like attacked Hogwarts at the 7th movie, and he was like, bury your dead with dignity and all that. I'm just like, dang, like
Facts.
cold blooded.
I'm not gonna hold you. It was hard to kind of take Voldemort seriously just because he ain't had no nose. So it was just like,
Well, he's supposed to look way more
because-
evil.
That's because you got no respect for Krillin.
I mean, that's fair.
And Krillin was the strongest. Krillin was the strongest human being at one point, and people keep forgetting that crap. And that's why it was so shocking when Raditz beat the mess out of him with his tail.
All right. Well, I can't relate to this DBZ banter, but whatchamacallit?
Don't make it obvious.
No, I can't.
Play into it.
But I think Voldemort. He's supposed to look way more evil. I will say, because in the books he has red eyes and like it looks much more grotesque than what was in the movies. We'll see what they do in the show.
For
I
sure.
kind of like my expectations on the show is pretty low, but I saw like a few pictures of like Hagrid and Harry, and I was like, not gonna lie, this looks good.
So,
Just can't wait.
What are they airing that on?
HBO Max.
And you know what else they're airing? Eyes of Wakanda on Disney Plus. That's crazy. That Eyes on Wakanda has Eyes on Wakanda.
Yeah, let's get on topic. Let's get on topic.
We have our eyes on Disney Plus at the same time. What did you think? What did you think of Eyes on Wakanda?
Eyes
Just
on
because.
Wakanda. All eyes on Wakanda.
All eyes on Wakanda. The Eyes of Wakanda. What did you think about it, Prodigal? Because me and Just Raised already watched it. We've sat with it. Like, what are your first thoughts?
Yeah, because I just finished watching it yesterday. Okay, so I think I have a love-hate relationship with the animation style that Marvel tends to use, because Marvel animation has hit like it's been kind of mixed into. I'll say this: I've gotten used to the animation with What If. What If, like through 3 seasons of that, I was like, I'm getting used to what they're trying to do with it. X-Men '97 was, callback to that classic style. Spider-Man was cool.
Something
like it looked cool to me. I liked it.
It was all right.
Yeah,
I got over it. I got over the animation.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely some things in Spider-Man that could have been fixed. Looking back, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but overall, I wasn't mad at it.
Right.
This animation, I don't know. It took me a minute. I feel like I needed some more time to sit with it so I could actually get used to it.
That's the thing. It's like only 4 episodes, right?
It's only 4 episodes. So even when I was telling you guys like I'll catch up, and then it's like finally Thursday, I'm like, crap, I do have to catch up. I've watched it. I'm like, dang, it's gonna be like 7 or 8 episodes. It's 4, and it's like 30 minutes each. I'm like, oh, this is okay.
It got you. It got you though, right?
But okay, so that's it on the animation end for me. I was like, I don't know how I'm feeling, and if they ever do a season 2. Which leads me to this: the backstory of Wakanda, or like the things like the Dogs of War or the War Dogs. I'm sorry, like that was very cool for me. Like I really like. My favorite one would have to be the second one with Achilles, the Greek storyline and everything. Like that was cool.
Yeah,
and that you could actually feel the emotion there, and it was really really well. The voice acting was really good too. I really liked that.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. Third episode, I think, is a close second to me. I love Iron Fist, and I know we'll go into more detail. I'm just giving my initial reactions. But Iron Fist was a great addition. I really liked, and I think overall within the 4, I think my least favorite one was the last one. I will say that, because I think I don't know, like whenever they do things like they're blending the future and the past together, like I don't know. So I feel like they've done it in What If for sure, or like aspects of that anyway. Not exactly that, and it's always kind of been hit or miss for me in some of these things, and this time it was kind of a miss. I didn't like the way that it necessarily ended either. I felt like that was kind of like a rush ending. I liked like how it connected, to be honest, like to Killmonger and all that, but at the same time I was like, if we added a little bit more time and like seeing how all of this like affected, and like, I mean, yes, it's in the story, but at the same time, by the end of it, like, I don't know, it would have been cool to see like it's something more. I don't know what I really wanted to say, but at the same time, like it left me wanting something more from that last episode. I'll leave it at that. But overall, I think I'm not gonna give my score just yet. But I think the story of Wakanda, the story of the War Dogs, I think was presented well, and I think there's more to explore. So I hope there is a season 2. I hope they have more episodes. I feel like this is just like trial, like testing ground, like beta testing. To be honest, it kind of felt in moments where I'm like, like, is this really completely fleshed out, or is this like a project that was like thrown together willy nilly? There were moments like that, but overall, I was just like, I think these stories had a place. Like it was really good to get these stories out there, and I think it just adds a bit more exposition, adds a bit more depth to what we know of Wakanda, and also this group that we really don't know about, other than who are the spies in the movie that we saw in like the actual movies? Nakia was a war dog, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nakia was the word. Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't call her that though.
Yeah, but she was a spy. Like she was, or like the guy who was with Killmonger's father, right? I forgot his name, but he's also a war dog as well. Yeah. So anyway, so giving that backstory to the War Dogs and also Wakanda, I think was really cool. So I liked it. I enjoyed it. Again, animation style, not my favorite. I think they really got to figure out what they're trying to do with it. And also just like aspects of that last episode, I really wasn't feeling. I like the first episode too. I didn't talk about it, but the first episode was cool. Good exposition, good beginning to the whole thing. Got me hooked. I will say that it got me hooked. Yeah. But I think second and third are like 1 and 2 for me. Very close though.
It exceeded. If you don't mind if I go next, Just Race.
Yeah,
If you guys didn't know, those tuning in, Just Race did give a non-spoiler review or his thoughts on Eyes of Wakanda. It's on the channel. Check it out. And we'll share in just a second. But that's what I was gonna say. Like I did not have expectation for this. I didn't really want this. I want another Black Panther. I want us to keep going and explain how we're gonna get to where we're getting with Shuri and with how they're gonna deal with, because if you didn't know, they're like a casting for T'Challa now. So it's like a whole thing, and I'm just kind of like, I want to get there. I don't need any more backstory or blah 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 blah. So that's where they won me, because episode 1, I was just like, okay, let's check this out. Animation looks pretty cool. Like, I guess, like, let's see what's going on. And that first episode, I was just all like, yo, number 1, I didn't know the fight scenes were gonna be like that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah,
the animation,
I'll agree with that.
Just the animation as a whole, like the scenery, the decor, like the way that they depicted Wakanda back then was like crazy. It's exactly what you would think it is. It's like, futuristic city in the middle of that time period and everything. And just I forget what the first main character's name was, the girl. What was her name?
Noni?
I'm not going, something like that.
Noni or something?
Yeah.
Like, because she's still throughout it. And I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but like, I was like, oh, she's an old lady.
Yeah,
like,
the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, so I was all like, okay, so she stays there for some time, and keeps helping, within her ranks and everything like that. But that part, the series stood to me by episode 1. Episode 3 was my favorite because I love Iron Fist, and I was wondering how they were gonna weave it in. I thought they were gonna do it through Shang-Chi, but this is a better way, in my opinion. Let's go. Like, have ties to the oldest known city in Marveldom, So that part, I think that the length of it suffers from the length. Like, I think we could have had at least 2 more episodes to explore a little bit more throughout the history of Wakanda. Because it like you said, at the end, it just felt like, to me, it just felt like a dead stop.
Yeah.
Like we got, oh my God, the Iron Fist, it exists in this universe. Like, what they could have went into like the 10 Rings and explained more about like the 10 Rings and Shang-Chi's family history and all that stuff. And I know they did it mostly in like the Shang-Chi movie, but they could have went more in depth in that and the ties that it had to Wakanda, if Wakanda even knew about it, because they've known about alien meteor rocks and stuff for centuries. Yeah. So this could have been a whole thing where they set up how Wakanda, spoiler alert if you've never read the comics before, how Wakanda becomes like a space colony outside off Earth, and
intergalactic empire.
It becomes an intergalactic, and intergalactic empire, and you could just like weave, like set up these threads for the future of what's going on. One thing I liked, one thing I'm starting to like about and starting to see about James Gunn's DCU is that we all thought he was kind of crazy when he said all the animation and stuff, all that linking with the movies was gonna, lock everything. It's gonna be in place, and we were all like, "Yeah, you're crazy. That's not gonna work." But having watched Creature Commandos and then watching Superman was a different experience, I would say, because I didn't walk into it completely blind, and I know a lot of people. He left it open to where people could walk in completely blind and just like enjoy it. But if you watch Creature Commandos, you already kind of know what's going on ish, and you've already been introduced to like Rick Flag Sr., who we're going to see again in Peacemaker season 2,
which comes out today, I think, right?
Yeah, I think
it comes out today.
21st. Yeah.
So at the time of recording, it's going to come out tonight.
So I mean, hey, watch Peacemaker 2 if you're of age. Watch Peacemaker 2. But
yeah, we don't support that.
I feel like Marvel is finally. I feel like at some point in time, James Gunn may have maybe mentioned this to Marvel or Kevin Feige, or maybe they had a conversation about how to thread stories through animation and the movies or something. Because the way that it worked out for him was perfect. Because you don't have to watch Creature Commandos, you don't have to watch Peacemaker. You can just watch the mainline movies and be cool. From what we can tell so far, because Superman did that perfectly.
Yeah.
Whereas in Marvel, there's still a lot that's attached to where you kind of have to, like, if you're watching Eyes of Wakanda, you're going to be all like, this is dope. So it's still kind of separated. But, obviously it's still linked, because at the end it ends with spoiler alert, Killmonger just standing in the thing, but that scene in Black Panther. So overall, though, like, I don't have anything, like, bad to say other than that it needed like at least 2 more episodes, man. Like at least 2 more episodes, because I was locked when they went that last episode. Also, was not my favorite. When they went into that, I was just like, no, this is like you're going so fast. You just shot past all the stuff that you could have probably went through. We didn't see any back history with Black Panther, really. They kind of stayed away from that.
Yeah,
it focused in more on like I know they said that they were going to do that technically, but it focused in more on like the War Dogs, not even so much on the Dora Milaje.
Yeah.
So it's like you didn't give us the 2 factions of things that we care about. Yeah. So that part was the only thing with me where I was just like, this could have been your best show that you came out with this year, animated at least.
So my thoughts on the show, I like UQ went in with no expectation, other than the fact I want to see how they're gonna do this, but I didn't know what they were gonna do, and also like Prodigal, the animation at this point it just feels the show to me kind of felt like the animation. I didn't have a problem with it. I kind of like this animation better than What If's animation. Not gonna hold you. But because it felt stylized and it felt unique in a way to Eyes of Wakanda. So I kind of like the fact that they did that instead of trying to make it something else.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt. Did it feel like Star Wars-ish?
A little bit.
I don't know if I was the only one who felt that. I was just like, it feels like those kind of shows, and I was just like, I don't know, like I don't know what throws me off from it. It's just me. It's like a personal thing. Not a fan of that style.
Some of the character design was very angular, like
that. That's what it is. That's what it is. I think things like that really take me out of it, and it takes me out of the immersion of it. I don't know.
You never watched and we'll get back to Just Race in just a second. Sorry man, but like you never watched what was it, Jackie Chan Adventures, huh?
I did.
Did you? Did you like those character designs?
I did. I in my childhood brain, yes, but hold on, I gotta have a refresher real quick.
They were kind of funky. It was the same guy. It was the same guy that designed the Spectacular Spider-Man characters.
This is fine because it still kind of gives like a, I don't know, like it still has a classic feel to it. Maybe it's just like nostalgia also kicking in for me that I'm like it's like painting it that way.
I love that.
I don't know. So I know it's a great show. I remember that.
So is it that you don't like angular designs in like CG, or do you just not like angular designs in general?
Yeah, I think maybe that's it.
It looks kind of weird in CG.
Yeah, it does look.
It looks kind of weird in CG. Yeah, the same thing with Star Wars. Same thing with Star Wars.
Yeah.
it's like a stylized feel. So it's like I understand people who are just like, not for me. But for me, I like the creativity in it. Like I like the way it looks. Yeah.
Like I saw how they kind of mimicked old school African like iconography, like not iconography, but the you know what I mean, the hieroglyph imagery. Yeah.
So yeah, I thought I enjoyed the animation style. Like y'all said, I personally, that was my only knock against this show, was that it was 4 episodes, because it almost felt like a low-key, it almost felt like a pilot. Like, throw this out here as a trial.
Let's see.
We gonna market it a little bit more than we did Ironheart, but still not enough to like really be like, it's something we promoting.
Yeah, that's what I meant by like beta testing.
Right. Yeah. And so it's just like, all right, here's some cool stories in Wakanda, and I like the fact that they didn't focus on Black Panther, and they didn't focus on the Dora Milaje, and they actually focused on the War Dogs aspect of Wakanda and their military and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool and interesting, because you could do a lot with that. Like spies who were sent out to keep tabs on the vibranium around the world.
True.
Like that's a dope concept.
Well, I mean, like when on episode 3, like how we kind of knew what was going on, but in episode 3 they kind of introduced us to that concept, right? With Homeboy being in China and he happened to be falling in love with that ageist Iron Fist.
Facts.
And
that's my favorite episode too, by the way.
That's Connie from Iron Fist, the show. That's like her ancestor or something, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember her name being mentioned.
To hear about that.
Yeah. From, if you didn't, Colleen. Yeah, Colleen. That was like supposedly her ancestor, because she got name dropped in Iron Fist. And if you didn't watch season 2, then nobody else did. So.
Which is crazy, because it's not crazy because season 1 was very bad, but season 2 was actually really way better.
I stuck with it though. And like season 2, I was like, okay, the fight scenes are better, the acting's better. Let's go. And then they're all like, canceled.
Yeah, I think I watched 2 episodes of season 1, and then I was like, I'm out.
Season 1 was horrible, but season 2 was actually like, okay, y'all cooking a little bit. Y'all are cooking a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love anything with Iron Fist. I'm locked in to seeing. So I just thought that was dope, the way they included her character, showed she don't know hold for real.
It didn't overpower.
It's she didn't overpower the story. She was just there to be like, yo, I got to get that artifact back because you stole the artifact, instead of taking the vibranium. Just the whole time for them to keep fighting, the whole time for her to be like, bruh, if that's all you wanted, you could have just told me. I would have just gave it to you. So it's like, you put this all on yourself because you didn't know how to communicate that. Like, bro.
That definitely had some that definitely had some of the best like voice acting when it came to like ensemble stuff. Like I was like, this is like we're watching a movie, bro. Like this is what old Marvel used to kind of feel like. Yeah. The episode was not about Iron Fist.
But she was in there though.
But she was in there, and she was relevant enough to make her presence. Now she beat up the whole freaking War Dog army room by herself.
Yeah.
No, not even like, and they didn't even mention if she didn't even do anything like reckless. She didn't like kill anyone or anything like that.
Nah, she was controlled.
She was controlled. She just beat the crap out of him and got out of that lunchroom.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, that's crazy. But the fact that they had that element in there, but still kept the story and the show, that's what we used to have, Marvel. And I think that's what people are wanting more from some of the movies too, because it just feels like they're just throwing characters at you now. It doesn't feel like a story. Like in Phase 4, you want to go to Phase 4? Because like they didn't just start throwing characters at us to see which ones would stick.
I don't feel like they started throwing characters at us just to see if it would stick. I just feel like they wanted to tell
Secret Invasion.
That we don't talk about Secret Invasion.
Don't talk about that, bro.
Same way we don't talk about The Last Airbender, the same way we don't talk about Dragon Ball Evolution. We do not talk about Secret Invasion. We don't talk about Secret Invasion.
I want to talk about Secret Invasion.
I'm just saying.
What I'm saying.
I think Marvel's ignoring it too.
I don't feel like they were just throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. I feel like they were kind of in a position outside of everything in the world that was going on, but they were kind of in a position to where it's just like, okay, how do we map out our future arcs? What are we doing? What story are we telling? They landed on Kang. Unfortunately, the 3 pillars that they were going to build off of, one of them died. Rest in peace to Chadwick. And so it's just like, they already killed off Iron Man, so you can't pivot back to him. So it's like, Okay, now
They said, "Watch
so
me."
it was a lot of scrambling for stuff they couldn't control.
My point is that they made this episode feel like old school Marvel, where factions would come in, and it didn't take away from the story. They just kind of introduced themselves in the story as something that was involved with what was going on, and then politely saw themselves out. Like, it wasn't like, you know.
It's not like they were trying to run the story or coming in and like, oh, this is our story now. It's just like, nah, I'm just here because you stole something from me.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even be here.
I'm gonna get back over there.
In fact, it's like I wouldn't even be over here if you wouldn't have stole that from me. So I appreciate the way they told that story. I love the whole Odysseus, Achilles, Greek story. That was fire.
Yeah, I was not expecting that, to be honest. I was just like,
I'm hyped.
Yo,
so, that was dope. And to see how Wakandans implemented their technology even back then, super dope. The way he had that arm guard and was just like, bro, you Achilles, but you're not me though.
Yeah.
Like,
they already had those their ships and stuff in like what 1040 80 like in China. Like, by the way, they never name dropped Kunlun. They never called it Kunlun.
No. That's what I love. That's what I love. They didn't have to. They just made the presence of the entity that we know from there known.
Yeah.
Whatever comes with Iron Fist after that, we'll be introduced to that later. Or they're at least letting us be smart enough to know that, Iron Fist is from Kunlun, and we do know, because people gave Iron Fist a shot the first time, so they know, like, sort of his backstory.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, for the most part, so it's like, okay, we'll exist. That's all they did. They just gave us, like, that little breadcrumb.
Yeah.
Right.
No, absolutely.
And worked. Facts. It worked. I love the first episode with the Golden Lion. I will say the weakest of the episodes is kind of the last episode, but it's more so because there was no proper build-up for it. Like, there was no hint towards it. Like, we were following these characters as they were going on missions, but there was no hint towards it affecting anything in the future. So it's just like, that was kind of like it was kind of like a power of friendship pull.
I think they were trying to I think they were trying to connect it all, right? By the end, like they were using the quantum scanner to go to these different events and see how this artifact, all this stuff, or how everything was linked together.
It just because it was only 4 episodes. It's like it lacks in the depth that the other episodes had when it came to like story writing and stuff that. But
it just sounded like they were trying to finish really quick.
That part.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, I like the way they tied it into like all of this. This is the reason why we were following all of these artifacts. And in order for the sacred timeline to be the sacred timeline, we have to put this back. We can't take it. So I kind of like the way they did it, but I will agree it is the weakest out of the 4 episodes. And I like the tag with Killmonger in the museum, because I remember in the first episode I'm watching it, and after she breaks the staff and it's 2 different pieces, I was like, this looks familiar.
Right.
And I was like, why does this look familiar? And then to see it in the museum at the end, I was like, hey yo,
that's cool.
That's where that worked.
That's
all like, okay.
I was like, all right. But I will say, I like I said, the fact that it was only 4 episodes was my biggest knock against it. I did thoroughly enjoy the show. I would love to see if they continue with Eyes of Wakanda, still do the War Dog story, but I would also like to see history between like maybe the first War Dog or the first Black Panther. Show us Mozzie, show us some history of Boss. Like I'd like to explore Wakanda in that way, in ways we'll never really get to see it in the movies because you only have a limited amount of time. Like give us that lore.
Or if they were to make this a series, if they were to make this a series, like make like Eyes of Kunlun or something like that. Or,
that'd be dope.
Like, you mean like that?
Eyes of what's Shang-Chi's spot?
I don't know. I forgot.
Whatever. Eyes of Shang-Chi's spot. Pause.
Right.
And
that's what's fun.
You know what would be fire? Eyes of Madripoor.
That'd be cool.
Eyes of Madripoor. That would be fire. Because at some point we would have to run into Wolverine, because Wolverine's like chilling over there.
Facts.
Yeah.
But it's so many characters that frequent Madripoor, and it's such a bed of like underground crime and just underground mutants, and just it's a hotbed for so many things that happen.
We need justice for the power broker. We need Sharon Carter back.
I was about to say Sharon Carter was like, what happened?
What? I have a question for y'all, because I never asked anybody else. Was anybody else kind of weirded out by the whole Sharon Carter Cap relationship
from Gap 3?
The fact
Yeah.
that she's her granddaughter. He like looks up at
Yeah.
her granddaughter.
I was like,
I
this
mean, look.
feels a little.
Like,
Look, man, the situation.
I mean, if you
to
think
help you
about it,
grieve. Like
The situation.
if you think about it,
it's like
he's the same age that he would have been. Okay, it's hard. I can't
So,
start.
so wait, hold on. So I don't exactly want to go into
I can't.
Doomsday scoops, but did y'all see that scoop of the fact that like Steve Rogers or like Captain America, the code name for him on Doomsday is Luke Cage? Have you heard that? Yeah.
No.
So apparently, like to mask that whoever they were, putting on screen or whatever, or like filming that day, Luke Cage was written as one of the characters, who
Wow.
was supposed to be filmed or whatever. But apparently, that was a code name for Steve Rogers.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't
Which is
think
like
I don't
super
think any of the Defenders
weird.
are going to be in
Yeah.
Doomsday or Secret Wars or whatever the third one is going to be.
So why I bring that up is because, and this is something on I was watching on New Rockstars yesterday. So like because they have a thing called a rumor rundown or whatever. So they were saying like all these scoops are coming out, but basically, they also reveal this picture or this like blueprint of a house, and it looks like a 1960s house. And people are saying that that's the house that Peggy and Steve are living in, and like once he goes back. So people are trying to connect the fact that Doom is going after the people who caused these incursions, like Steve Rogers when he went back to put the Infinity Stones and he stayed. Peter Parker for the whole multiverse situation. Who else? Doctor Strange and Clea for going into the dark dimension and like trying to mess up things. But whatever they're doing out there, they might be doing some things that may be causing some disruption. Who else? A bunch of other people. So that's who Doom is like going after.
So he's
And
targeting those.
He's
moments
targeting.
or
So
something?
one of those people he's targeting is Steve Rogers, and he's going to be there in the moment where he goes back in time. Apparently, that's the scoop. But anyway, that just when we were talking about Sharon Carter, I'm like, Peggy Carter, like all this stuff. Okay, whatever. Yeah. So just
So
want to
who
bring that
would
up.
he be going? Well, I guess Photon maybe
Oh yeah, Photon. That's right. The other person because she crossed over into
into a different universe.
So anyway,
But
so
that
just
wasn't
wanted
even
to
her
bring
fault.
it wasn't her
that up.
fault.
It was not.
She got trapped there.
But I mean, if she's the reason, you know what I'm saying? Like
she
Doom will
won't.
still go after it.
Maybe it's because she caused an incursion because she survived.
Oh, I don't know. That's a
I
good
know,
question.
yeah.
That's good.
Because
Anyway.
because they were given indications of like, oh well, she's lost. She's gone. She's not.
Yeah.
They think she's gone, but maybe because of her power set. Because she said they said something about her power set making her like intangible or whatever. And so
Yeah.
like
I mean, Photon in the comics is OP, so
yeah.
it's not even ridiculous, low key.
So, but maybe it's because she survived. That would be a dope theory though. Like if Doctor Doom was going after all those and they had to stop.
Facts.
Yeah, and then
Nothing
like
happened.
ultimately, like he goes after Loki, and he just takes over. I'm still sticking to that theory, man. Either Doomsday starts with like Doom going after Loki, or I'm willing to go to the end where it ends
I
up
don't
with
think they're
Loki.
gonna do that twice. I don't think.
I don't know, man.
man.
It's the Russos. They'll come up with something.
I don't
They'll
think
do
they'll do that twice. He already got in the opening of Infinity War. I
So
don't
he
think
might
they're
do it
gonna
at the
that twice.
ending. I don't know.
I don't
Remind me
think
never
they're
to
gonna
direct
do
a
it
movie or write a movie.
What are we gonna?
All
what are we
Chronicles
gonna
movie are gonna have the same intro.
what are we gonna do? Kill Loki again.
It's like
Kill
Pharrell's
Loki
like
one more
it's
time.
Pharrell's producer tag. Boom, boom. I'm just like the same way. I'm just gonna like kill up.
You gotta have him 4.
You know.
Right. Gotta kill Loki. Gotta punch out the Hulk. And then Thor has to make a grand entrance. Other
Yeah.
than that, we can do what we want. It's like, what?
Absolute cinema.
So okay, real quick. Before we end that conversation with Eyes of Wakanda, like I would give it a solid 8.
Yeah, I think I'm there with you on 8. I can't remember what I gave it on my spoilery review that's on my channel. But
now.
I think I was around like 8.
Oh, yeah, I think the animation's like throwing me off a little bit more, so I'm gonna keep it at 7.7. It's very
7.7.
yeah.
Doing these random decimals are hilarious.
Yeah, I was all like,
I had to throw off the average a little bit. You gotta throw off the average a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I was all like,
Gymnastics, I hate to see you as a judge. 9.1. Like what?
but okay. So speaking of the Hulk, because we now know that the Hulk and the Punisher are going to be a part of Brand New Day for
I was
Spider-Man.
about to say, when did we speak about the Hulk?
You just talked about him as far as Infinity War was concerned.
Oh,
That would be
yeah.
really-
Oh,
We
so,
did.
so I'm like,
Very
where
briefly.
did I talk about the Hulk? All right, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna stay with me. All right.
Like,
We're moving.
We're moving.
Crack skin.
All right, go ahead.
So okay. So all right. So now we know because they moved Doomsday's release date to November, right? Next year. they so that means that
Forgot about
it's no longer close to Spider-Man's movie. So there's going to be no need for Spider-Man. I heard there was going to be probably something that's leading up to that point in time. But speaking of Spider-Man today and a Hulk and all that stuff, is this how you think we get back the Savage Hulk?
I've given up all theory on this movie because
Wait.
I don't know.
Negative Man is in this movie reportedly.
Apparently not. So I'm hearing reports. They're saying that there is no Negative Man. Like Mr. Negative.
That's why I said I've given up all
now they're
theories
saying that
on
he's
this
not in
film.
it.
Yeah. So it's been like it was earlier. It was said that Mr. Negative is going to be in it. Now people are saying Mr. Negative is not in it. So like it's been. I don't know. I feel like a lot of scoopers and the same thing. And the same thing that I said about Doomsday. Again, like a lot. I feel like Marvel's like on overtime, like feeding people like BS.
Oh, for
I feel
sure.
like they are on overtime, and I think a lot of like I don't think we know anything about Brand New Day other than maybe the Punisher stuff, and I don't think we know anything about Doomsday. I honestly don't think
Punisher and the
anything.
Hulk. They already confirmed that they were.
And the Hulk. I'm sorry, my bad. But I don't know about Savage Hulk and all that. But Mr. Negative, we don't know. So
I just think it's crazy that like they're really about to like. I don't know nothing about I don't know too much about movie making ability and turnaround time, but the fact that it's coming out next year, I don't know. I'm like I don't know. I have more faith for Spider-Man Brand New Day than I do Doomsday at this particular point. I just feel like I don't know how.
Why?
I think
They've already been filming Doomsday.
Yeah, I think with Doomsday should be okay for a November release date.
Yeah,
That should be
they've
fine.
already
I've heard so many conflicting things at this point. I'm just like I'm
but not
scooped
the
out.
fact that
They've been
they're
filming Doomsday for like 2 months now.
No. They've been filming it for a while, but I've heard that they still haven't finished the script. They still don't know how the movie's going.
They never do that.
So it's
that
just
doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. They never finish the script.
I don't.
Okay.
As far as
People listening, hold on, Just Race. People listening, do not call for the whole they don't finish the script. They never finish the script. Marvel never finishes the script. That's why James Gunn is so adamant about his DCU having finished scripts before they go in and actually make the movie, because that's something that he was tired of over at Marvel. They never finish the script. We still get movies. So don't let that sway your opinion of anything. But I understand where you're coming from. It's just that they've already been filming. They've already been making adjustments. This is how Marvel moves.
Yeah.
That's just how they move.
For sure, and I get that. I just, like I said, I'm scooped out at this point. So anytime somebody brings a new scoop, I'm just like, bro, I don't care.
People were just
I get it.
excited.
I'm gonna watch the movie.
I get it.
People were just
And,
excited.
Even when I posted about the argument or like the fight or whatever between the two actors or whatever, it's like it's not a huge deal. At the same time, it's like, ooh, who got in a fight, you know?
We'll get in a fight, though. I kind of want to know.
I kind of want to. People are saying RDJ and Ryan Reynolds, but
nothing would surprise me.
That would make sense.
Or someone might be just spreading things just to spread things. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, I agree with Just Race though. I am kind of scooped out. And New Rockstars is cool. It's like, you know, that whole Doomsday thing that I talked about. I think they call it like scooper poop. So like, I think they call it like a poop. Like I don't think it's. We can't put too much salt in whatever we're hearing right now because expectations get super high, and then when the movie comes out, people get obviously disappointed, and then their ratings come down, and like all this stuff, you know. Then later on, 10 years from now, we'll be looking back and be like, "Dang, Doomsday was absolute cinema." You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same cycle over and over again, and I think I get a little tired of that right now.
Marvel ain't hitting like it was in Phase
Exactly.
4.
10 years from now, yo, we gonna get like X-Men and all these different movies that we wanted, and people are still not gonna be happy. I'm telling you guys, like it's like no one's.
No,
gonna
that's
be happy.
just what it is, and I think that in reality is what superhero fatigue is.
Yeah.
It's more or less the fair weather fans kind of being over the whole process of what's going on and like thinking that they understand, I guess, but then like all this other stuff happens and they have so many scoops and they don't know what to look at or believe, and you know it's probably just tiring.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it's kind of like any new person getting into a fandom that's existed for a very long time, and you're exposed to the toxicity of it, and you don't know how to balance that, and so it's just like it's a bunch of random scoops. So I don't know what to believe. I don't know I'm just
Speaking
a fan of the movies
toxic
and
fan bases and MHA.
nobody.
My Hero Academia. We're talking about superheroes, and I'm gonna mention it. You guys suck. I'm just playing. I'm kidding.
But no, I feel like superhero fatigue is just also a cop out for what people love to do when it comes to rooting for the underdog. And then once the person gets on top, it's just like, now we're gonna tear you down.
Bring them down.
We're gonna try to find
build
a way
them up to tear them down.
You had a clean 20 years to reign on that throne, and now
time to bring it down a bit. Yeah.
Right now everything you do is trash, even if we don't watch it. And it's
that's
just like
that's with everything, bro. That's with everything in life. That's with everything in life.
That's why I was just like superhero fatigue. It's just like nah, it's rooted in something else.
But
it's definitely rooted in something.
Talking about finished scripts though, Batman 2 is complete. So they're they're going to start.
Though, wasn't it?
No, like they're.
No.
I think they're putting into like they're going to start filming in a couple of months. Like it's confirmed at this
Finally.
point.
So what was the whole rigmarole like months ago when what's his name, Matt Reeves turned in the script?
Yeah, I think there was like I think they finalized the script.
Probably did like
I think
yeah.
they
probably
finalized
did
the
like
script.
revisions and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I think
James Gunn was all like, we're not doing it if everybody can't agree on what's going on. I'm still kind of like,
that makes sense.
I'm still kind of like, even though this man has said it quite a few times at this point, but I feel like he's still hiding something from it. I feel like James Gunn is low-key going to make this Batman canon with everything happening in DCU. I don't want it to be... I want a new Batman and I want a different Batman for the DCU.
For sure.
But if he did it, would you be angry?
No. I would not.
No. It would
I think-
be
I think-
interesting. I think it would be interesting to see Pattinson as an adult Bruce, like an older Bruce Wayne.
Oh, I was about to say.
I feel like I know he's not a kid, but
Yeah.
like to see him like as an established older Bruce Wayne, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Because he plays
I'll
a
agree.
really good Batman. He plays a really good young Batman. The emo Bruce was kind of like, but I get it based on where he's at, and it's just like to see him as an older Bruce,
Like,
that's more seasoned. I
We
don't
want
know.
to see
I wouldn't be
a
mad. It's
like.
interesting.
I think right now, like people are asking, you know, like they always do these mock-ups on social media of like David Gordon Sweat and Robert Pattinson, like they're acting together, like how different they would look on screen. Like, you know, like it's a very stark contrast. Obviously, I mean, you have a guy in bright red, blue, and yellow, and then a guy who's dressed like a bat. Obviously, just looks weird standing together, right? But
Just don't do the Martha thing again.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, just don't do the Martha thing again.
I think just their characters, the way they've already been introduced to cinema, like these specific iterations, I feel like it will be interesting to see them on screen together. If that
I
makes
think
sense,
it
right?
would work.
Like
I
the
think
very
it would work.
overly positive, very innocent Superman and this like dark, brooding, depressed Batman.
Right. I think it would work because of the fact that they are so different.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Because think about how Superman was.
Mm-hmm.
Like Superman, you had a bunch of different levels of character, right? But they all fit in the same. Like you had Hawk Girl out here killing folks,
Mhm.
like, and she existed alongside of all these heroes that were doing right. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then you're gonna have what's his face, Guy. He's gonna be in
Gunner.
Lanterns, and Lanterns is gonna be more of a serious thing
Situation,
but Guy's gonna be there.
right?
Mhm.
So it's
Then you got
not out of the
Peacemaker
realm of
about to drop.
possibility.
Yeah.
The Peacemaker's like a blend of both of them.
Right. So
I don't
it's
think
just like
it's so far gone.
I don't think
Yeah.
so far. I think it'd be interesting to see those worlds collide. Like it would literally be like what's it called? What was the animated film when they came together?
World's Finest.
Yeah, World's Finest. I don't know. World's Strongest was stuck in my head, but I'm like, that's not the name.
That's Dragon
World's
Ball.
Finest. Right. But it would literally be like a World's Finest type of situation in live action. I feel like if both of their worlds combined, like
Well, I mean, I was
Pattinson
gonna
and
bring
Cornswell.
that up. I was gonna bring that up. Like, again, sorry to interrupt, but like the cartoon did it so well. Like the WB cartoon did it so well, where they took the animated Batman the animated series, Superman the animated series, that are two completely different toned shows,
Mhm.
and blended them perfectly together.
Facts.
It's just like if they took elements of like, if they basically just took Batman and placed elements of Batman inside of the Superman universe, it wouldn't be
Right.
so far gone. They would probably have to make them even that much more fantastical.
Do you not know what World's Finest is, Prodigal?
I have not watched it.
Oh no!
I have not
I
watched
hear him
it.
picking on his keyboard. I'm like,
Good.
he don't know what World's
Oh, no, I was
Finest
doing
is.
something else, but yes.
Their childhood is
my
cooked,
childhood.
man.
My childhood was
Bruh.
different.
Oh man,
My childhood
what-
was
that's-
different.
That's I didn't grow up on the comics. I grew up on the shows. So like
The animated TV
cartoons,
shows, bro.
the Batman animated series, Superman's animated series, Justice League,
How
Unlimited.
did you
I
see,
watched-
how did you see Jackie Chan, but you didn't see World's Finest? It came on like around
Hold
the
on.
same time.
World's Finest. So is that a show or is that
No, it was a movie.
a movie? Okay.
Was it like a special event?
Yeah, I never
'Cause
watched
Didn't they
this.
show that on TV?
Yes, it was a movie though.
Yeah, I never watched
Gotcha.
this. I watched the Superman animated series, the Batman animated series. I watched Justice League. I just haven't watched
You
this
remember?
movie.
You remember when Batman's suit like started looking different and the animation kind of changed?
Might have
when
watched,
his
like,
bat,
earlier
when
seasons.
his
Yeah,
bat, do you remember that?
I don't think so.
Like when the symbol became just a bat.
Oh, just a black one?
yeah.
Just a
So,
black symbol? Yeah.
When he started having that, that was around the time that the Superman series came around.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So that's when they like did a crossover.
Mm.
and it was called The World's Finest, based off of the comic book, and like they basically took Batman the animated series, but kind of tossed it into the world of like Metropolis and the Superman series. So you had like both of these guys coming together, and Batman's like he's unfazed, but at the same time he was phased because he's all like, how's this dude flying right now?
Right.
Like what's going on?
Right.
But yeah, it was great. You gotta watch it. It's only like an hour 15 movie.
We'll check it out. I shall check. Is it on HBO Max?
It should be.
Yeah, I was about to say it should be because WB and
everything is on there, right?
Stuff
It's
up
a
there.
part of
Have you seen
the
Under the Red
Superman
Hood?
series. Did you hear that, Particle?
No, I did not watch it. Well, I did not hear that. What did you say?
I said that it's a part of the Superman series.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like,
No,
if
what
you
did
look
Just
in
Ray
there,
say,
you
though?
can-
I
What
said
did Just
Something
Ray
about
say?
Red Hood.
Yeah, have you watched Under the Red Hood?
No.
You should watch
Dude,
that.
look, let me tell you this. DC
How have you not
animation,
watched it?
DC animation. There's
What
only a
else
few
for time?
movies I watched. I watched like Flashpoint, Paradox. I watched. What am I thinking about? Oh my goodness, Injustice.
Ugh,
I've seen a couple other ones that I'm like blanking on the
Injustice is
names
horrible.
of.
it was.
It's not that great. Apocalypse War, right?
Yeah, Apocalypse War.
So you
I watched that.
the end of you watched the end of that particular.
Iteration of movies.
Yeah, basically. And so, like, for me, like, the classic stuff is basically the shows, but I haven't watched any movies specifically from that era.
You've never
Gotcha.
watched Justice League or Justice League Unlimited, huh?
You
The
watched
shows?
Justice
Yes,
League,
I
you
have.
never
Not
watched Justice
unlimited.
League
Not unlimited. No. Q's is, like, rethinking everything right now.
No,
I'm not gonna
I
hold
just-
you. When they were dropping, I didn't know it was a difference, so I thought it was all the same
All
thing.
same,
It wasn't
yeah.
until because it wasn't until I would randomly catch an episode of Justice League and then Justice League Unlimited. So I didn't know it was like a linear story that they were telling. I just thought they were the same thing. Then I found out when I think it got on Netflix first, and I was just like, oh, this was a whole separate,
Yeah.
separate thing.
I think
It's
in
not a
terms of,
separate
like,
thing.
DC
No, it's
animation...
the same story, but I'm saying Justice League Unlimited
just a
is
new
different
season.
than
Yeah.
Justice League though.
Yeah, it's just a new season.
Oh, the World's Finest came out in 97?
Yeah, I
That's when
think
he was
so.
born.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
that's the year I was born, bro.
That's crazy, man. It's not like they don't have reruns. You would have seen it on Cartoon Network.
Dude, again, India. I don't... No,
India
no.
got all this
yeah.
stuff before we did. There's no excuse.
Not really.
Yes.
Not really.
Yes, really.
In the
Yeah,
90s?
okay, let me
Look at
wait.
those-
Have
look at those
y'all
airlines.
were? I don't know if I've asked you guys this.
2000,
Have you guys
when you were a
watched
child.
Have you guys watched the original Beyblade?
Yes.
Like,
No, I don't know.
like
I don't remember.
Beyblade,
Yes.
Beyblade V-Force, G-Revolution. Right. Okay. Not a lot of people know about that here. Like, whenever I bring like Beyblade up, like that's the Beyblade I know, not
That's
the new
your
stuff.
generation.
Yeah.
Our generation that grew up with Blade, we know about the first few series because those are the only two good series in our opinion, for the most
Yeah.
part.
You
Like
would
the
have to
newer
show me
stuff
pictures
just
because I didn't
Bro.
tap in with Beyblade like
Bro,
that.
there was like a Beyblade store in India too, like in
Wow.
the city I
So
used to.
Beyblade
Yeah.
was big for
It was
y'all.
a
It was
hit.
huge there. It was huge.
It was a hit.
Like it was all like you go in, you get Beyblades. Like it's crazy. It was crazy. It's a small store, but it's still like insane.
Yeah, that's
So-
wild.
The
Yeah.
the second season of Beyblade, bro, when the
V-Force?
animation just got when the animation got that much better,
Yeah.
and I was all like,
They
okay,
made
Beyblade's
Tyson
hitting.
they made Tyson skinnier in the show.
They did. He was kind of a chubby boy.
Like Mike Tyson?
No.
No.
So what are you doing at Beyblade?
Could you imagine if Mike Tyson came out talking
No, good. No, I can't. No, I can't even say it. I don't know how would you even say it like that with the.
We're gonna get some plate plates. We're gonna get some plate plates. Come on, you guys, it's ludicrous.
Oh
Ludicrous,
goodness.
what are you doing?
Ludicrous.
How dare you?
Jeez.
Let it rip. Let it rip.
But yeah, so
I had a
when
couple.
Beyblade dropped, that was around the time I kind of was getting off of like cartoons. So I wasn't really like, I was just like, yeah, this ain't.
Dude, you grew up way
Beyblades.
too fast because you're younger than me. That didn't make any sense. Because Beyblade came out like when we were in middle school.
Yeah, I started.
So that
I started
does- that
getting
does
off
not
that. I started
make any
watching more
sense.
stuff like Lizzie
You had-
McGuire,
You
Hey,
started
Lizzie
having,
McGuire.
Even
you
Stevens.
started
Yep.
having children. That's
Phil
what
of the
you-
Future. Did you watch?
I just started shifting to sitcoms more.
Did you
like
watch?
Sisters, Smart
Did you
Guy,
watch
Boy
Phil of the
Meets World.
Future?
Huh?
Phil of the Future. Did you watch that?
Phil of the Future was
No.
dope.
That was a good.
I remember when it
Dope
came out, but I was just like, yeah, nah, this
Phil
ain't
of
for
the
me.
Future is how we got introduced to what was her name? Allie? Or was that AJ in the show?
No, it was Allie. I think it was Allie. Yeah,
Allie?
Allie. Yeah.
You know what brought me back to like cartoons as like an adult?
What?
Phineas and Ferb and
Oh, yeah.
freaking Phineas and Ferb and what's the dude? It's a cat and a fish. They like related, but not related.
What?
A cat and a fish.
A cat and a fish that are related. You sure you
Yeah.
weren't
Not
high
related?
for the show?
You was
Nah,
having kids
it's
and
on
getting
Cartoon
high.
Network.
You was
You was,
yeah.
you
on
was having
Cartoon
kids
Network.
and getting high.
It came out around the time regular show dropped.
You were having
I'm
kids and getting high.
gonna look this up. Show. Wait, is it animated?
Yes.
Oh, duh. Yes. Okay.
A fish and a
A
cat.
cat and a fish.
Dumb question.
He really was getting high.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, look that up. I can't
I'm
think of
looking
the
this
name
up.
right now.
I literally Gumball.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
The
Gumball.
Pictures of Gumball.
I've never
Yeah.
seen
You said it
Gumball.
and it didn't make any sense. You should have just said
Wait.
he had a fish friend, but it was his brother, and he like walked on land.
The Amazing World of Gumball.
That wasn't far off from what I said, though.
No, you said it was
I
a
said
cat and a fish.
and they were
The series
related or
follows the
something.
lives of 12-year-old Gumball Watterson, an anthropomorphic blue cat, and his adoptive goldfish brother Darwin, who
I'm sorry,
attend middle
audience.
school. Who attend
I'm sorry,
middle school
audience.
in the fictional city of
Practical
what the hell? Yo, a
Practical
cat.
literally
Bro,
has
a
never,
cat?
I tell you-
Practical has never listened. Practical has never seen any of this stuff, so this is like all new to him for some.
Cat
I
and a
tell
fish
you-
attending
You're like-
middle school together. What the hell?
When I tell you that show is
That show
hilarious,
is
Yeah.
hilarious, bro.
that
People
show
were
is
baked when they
hilarious.
watched when they made the show. I'm pretty sure the
Bro,
creators
that
were
show
half
is
baked.
so-
All the creators
funny.
have different. No, you should actually watch behind the scenes of Gumball, because they all, like that studio, they all had like different backgrounds in different types of animation. So
Mhm.
the creators kind of pulled together and made this show, which was a bunch of different types of animation in one show. So that's why you had like Darwin and Gumball were like the 2D characters, right? His family would be like 2D characters, but then you would have like 3D characters that would show up, characters on a different perspective of focus or something like that. They would have like weird stuff that happened in the show.
So they were
And-
high.
No, nobody was high, but they did revive it.
Yeah.
No, they were just from Paris.
Wee wee.
We. No, but they just renewed. Like I think or it's an actual new series.
Yeah, it's coming back out on Hulu.
No, it's already out.
Mm,
Oh, it is
It's
already out.
already out.
Okay, cool.
It's
cool,
like
cool.
the Wonderful World of Gumball or something like that.
Oh, because the original was like the Amazing World of Gumball, right?
Yeah, and I think it's a
Yeah.
continuation, but it's like some of the same
I really
people.
thought I was tripping. A cat and a
I
fish.
thought
The
it
way
was
you
a
said
show
it-
like that.
The way you said it, was weird. You said a cat with a fish. Like where's the fish?
They're related, I think. But yeah, that and
They're
Fusion Further
not.
got me back in the cartoons.
Darwin started out as a pet, but then ended up being their part of the family. It's a weird story.
Yeah, I don't know the origins. I just know that show is hilarious.
And the guy who, one of the people who voiced Gumball back when he was a kid is now a Ninja Turtle for the new Ninja Turtle movie. He's Leonardo.
Oh, the kid.
Yeah.
Huh. I always think it's
Yeah.
dope when they actually use actual children as voice actors for actual children in shows.
When they did that for the Ninja Turtles, the newer ones, now I was just like, thank you. Because they
Facts.
actually sound like teenagers,
Right.
and it makes sense. So
Not
now
long
when they
people try to
grow
sound
up,
like teenagers.
right. So when they grow up, we're going to be growing up as they grow up in the series,
Facts.
and their voices are going
That's
to
just
change.
like
So
that's
Yeah.
just like the '90s. You know, when we grew up, the sitcoms, it'd be niggas 30 years old in high school. It's like, fam, who is Buddy? He look like a teacher. Nah, he's supposed to be in the 12th grade.
all the Power Rangers look like 40 in high school.
that is true. That is very true. That is very true.
They're like, you ready to go to the juice bar? Who's ready to go to the juice bar?
I feel like Tommy, Kimberly a little bit, and Zach were the only ones that actually looked younger. They still didn't look like they was in high school.
Billy didn't
they
look
looked
young.
younger.
No, I mean
No,
Tommy
I
looked
said
old to
Tommy.
me.
Billy
Tommy
looked
looked
like
old
a
to me.
grown. Billy looked like a grown ass man with
just
some
getting off the
glasses.
shift every time he showed up on screen. Like he was working at Angel Grove Construction. He was stopping by for night classes or something.
I was like, they are not
Billy
kids.
looked grown.
Remember when
Billy
they would
looked
be
grown.
like,
Jason looked
remember-
grown.
remember
And
when they
Trini
would
looked
like
grown.
walk through the hallways and you would see actual kids compared to them?
Yeah.
I was like, they're
My-
not kids.
My
At
Power
all.
Rangers is
And Bulk
basically
and Skull? Oh my god.
my Power Rangers is basically like Wild Force and onwards. That's mine.
Which is in a bad era because the
Yeah.
Disney era
Wild
was a
Force
good
was
era.
bad.
Wild Force, Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, Mystic Force, SPD.
That's a golden era.
All were
Operation,
fire. I
Operation
don't remember
Overdrive was
Mystic Force.
basically the last one that I really watched.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't really a fan of the ones where it was just vehicles. It reminded me too much of like
Was that
Turbo.
Operation Overdrive? Yeah, that was Operation Overdrive. Yeah.
Operation Overdrive,
Hey, look.
SPD. I wasn't a fan of those just because.
Oh, SPD was goated, bro. SPD is
No,
really good.
SPD was
SPD's
good.
It has,
And Mystic
it
Force.
has the best actors too. It has some of the best actors.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, SPD's actors were better, but I anything that reminded me of Turbo, I just was just like, eh.
I hate to wrap it up, but we're gonna wrap it up. We will see you guys later. Thank you so much for tuning in to those things. We'll probably talk about Power Rangers later. Who knows? Peace out.
You. That's it right there.